Well, hello again everyone. Welcome to the casual channel of Gary Baxter's personal photography. Yeah, I'm off to go and see my mum today, and along the way I'm going to show you some history that you didn't know in Bracknell. And yeah, so gonna take you along. Walking down to the bus stop now with my cup of coffee in my hand, and yeah, so gonna do that and gonna take you along with me and stuff, and yeah, so we're off to go and see mum today and see how she is and stuff, and then go shopping for the missus and go and get some bacon because it's Sunday, and as you know, Sunday is bacon toasted sandwiches or bacon sandwich, so yeah, or bacon and egg sandwich or something along them lines anyway. So yeah, it's all going on. Watford bus running days today, so hope everyone that's doing that is having a good day. I'm not. I would have been if I hadn't, well, done any other events before, so or spend a lot of money. But there we go. Yeah, so off to go and see mum. Gonna take the 194 down to Bracknell, and yeah, so we'll take the 194 down to Bracknell and get started. So yeah. That's what it'll be. It'll be what it'll be at the end of the day. We'll catch you in the next bit shortly. I'm not 100% why cars are slowing down. Yeah. So yeah. Off to go and get the bus down to Bracknell, and then yeah, that'll be that. Yeah, so yeah, we're doing that, and then yeah, show you some bits of Bracknell and show you some other other bits of history. So yeah, so that'll make a change to the channel, or the casual channel anyway. So yeah, and then yeah, so yeah, basically we are really happy with what we're achieving. So you know it's good. And it's a nice day today. Weather's quite nice. At least it's not raining and it's not pouring it down. So there we go. So yeah, and it's my sister's birthday today as well. Yeah, so there we go. So we'll catch you in the next bit shortly. We'll see you in Bracknell, or we'll see you on the bus. So we'll see you soon. Ta-da for now. Well, hello and welcome back. Gonna start walking down to mum's, but while we do so, I'm gonna show you around some of the bits of my local history. this bus station here, where it stands now, is where Ord Valley used to be, or where we used to operate out of, and where we still operate out of. So all these, where we see the Lion, the Thames Valley in the background over there, and the Thames Valley 681, is primarily where we still operate out of. But in years to come, this will be demolished and put somewhere else, which per se isn't correct. But this is where Ord Valley used to operate out of, and all the local bus companies that have been here since if I remember rightly, since 1974, when Ord Valley was here, and Thames Valley, not so much so Thames Valley, because Thames Valley was more the early 20th century, in 1912, and then in 1974 or something like that, the bus station was built where it is now, and that's where everything has operated out of since then. And yeah, so in years to come they're gonna demolish all this lot, and they're gonna be putting flats here, which is, and then where I'm standing now, there used to be a shop, there used to be shops along this road, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's actually quite amazing to think how history has changed so much over the years. I mean yeah, so where we're standing now, or just over the way there, that was built in 1974 for Ord Valley, and Ord Valley operated out here, and we used to have a lot of routes back then. We don't now so much, but we used to have a lot of routes. They used to cover the whole local area. So yeah, it's quite interesting to know. So yeah, where we're standing, marketing's been there for years, been there for many years, had many different names. If you look on Pinterest, there are photos of it being a station hotel pub. Then the Market Inn, there's other photos like that as well. So yeah, and then a bit further down there used to be what you would call a mini newspaper shop, which was based sort of here, I think, or somewhere around here anyway, and it was called Ma Murphy's. And then we used to have a betting shop along this side somewhere, and then but that's all gone now. It's all turned into a park, a nice park, don't get me wrong, nice park. But yeah, that's where it's all gone now. So yeah, it's all changed really significantly over the years. I mean that building there, I think that was called St. Kels in my day. But I say in my day, I think it used to be called St. Kels, but it has been there for years. Has been there, not sure how long, but it has been there for years in that same place. So yeah, it's It's like anything really. It's changed so many times over the years. So yeah, it's like that over there, and you see in the background Times Square, Bracknell Forest Council. That never used to be there. That used to be further on in the town, I think, called in a place called East Stansted House. But that is still there now, but I think that is now a cafe, if I remember rightly. I might cover that in another series on a casual day out. And that never used to be there. All the restaurant used to be inside the Market Inn, but now they do trade with the potatoes, with the spud man, whatever you want to call him, the spud man, and stuff like that. And just over the other side of the station is Cooper's Hill. I used to go there during my college days for lessons and stuff, but there's now flats there. That building there is now primarily flats as well. So that's all changed since it's not been an office anymore. It used to be a station office, I think, and that never used to be there. That big cubey bricky thing never used to be there. But yeah, it's all turning into flats now, and stuff like that. So yeah, so it's all changed. I mean this never used to be here. This never used to be here. But it's a good park. It's a good park to come to. I mean I see it many times. So yeah, it's a nice bit of park to come to. So there are so many things that have changed over the years since, well, I've lived here all my life, primarily up until I moved up to Manchester for about 4 or 5 years. And yeah, it's all changed so much over the period I've lived here. I mean, I've lived here, well, been back here since 2009, so quite a few years I've been back now. So yeah, it's a lovely little place to come to. Even though I live in Sandhurst now, I live in Sandhurst, you still come back. Yeah. So earlier on, I said I was going to show you where the bus company started off. They started off in Market Street. This is where in 98, I think 98, 99, Beeline moved into there, and that used to be a careers office. That is now where Beeline used to be, first Beeline and stuff like that. They moved there in 1998, but previously it used to be a cattle market before the buses moved into that place. So yeah, it used to be called Coldbar House, and that's where all the buses were. There used to be garages along this side, on this side where I am here. it used to be like a mechanic's place, and all the buses that were going into Market Street over there into Colborough House, they would park along here while they were waiting to be washed. And now that's all gone. That's all been moved. Amber House is now a block of flats, and yeah, everything's changed. Everything's changed so much over the years. There comes the 158 lot. Here comes the 158. I think Zero's driving. No, it's not Zero, it's some Chinese chap. This is alright. He's just waiting for a car to park. Yeah, so yeah, it's changed so much. I mean, I remember things that other people don't remember, and that's one of the amazing things about living around here all your life. You learn things, you learn different things about different places. I mean, it's all shops around here now, but where these stairs are, and we go over this side here, this used to be the Order Valley bus depot, and we've covered this in the Beeline and London link group. There are photos of it. There are photos of it being the Order Valley bus garage at that time. As many people know, Reading buses in Great Knowledge Street are celebrating 125 years. I don't think Bracknell's got that sort of history, so you know, that's not here or there. But I'm covering this because, well, it's my history. It's a history I remember. I mean, I had an uncle who used to work for the Order Valley back in the early 90s when it was Order Valley, and then it changed over to the Bugs Bucks. So yeah, all this along here used to be what you would call the bus garage. Now again, it's a block of flats, which is history, to be quite honest. I mean, yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, and it's amazing to think that a few years ago it was all just abandoned. After it was Order Valley, it was just left abandoned for many years, and now it's now a block of flats. So yeah, and so now that's what you gotta think. It's now a block of flats is now, well, all gone really. So yeah, it's now all gone. And a fellow enthusiast friend of mine, I did a photo here a couple of weeks ago of the London line coming in from Reading and parking over there. Now where the 150 is going up across that roundabout down into Ironton Square, over here is where he photographed a Leyland Olympian with the beeline 36 years ago now. He did it, and I've covered it 36 years later, in the same spot where London Line comes in from Reading now, and many other buses like the 4A, let's get this right, comes in, and yeah, where he's coming in now, my good friend, no, not really a good friend, but a fellow enthusiast friend of mine, photographed a Beeline London link in the exact same spot where we are stood now, so where that bus is stood now. So yeah, so 36 years it's moved. Only the depot's moved twice, but now the depot is back down at Mill Lane, and they've actually moved there twice because Courtney's used to be down there, and then Courtney's moved in Market Street, and then they moved back down to Dalmill Road when it became Thames Valley. So yeah, so everything is now history. So yeah, it's all changed so much over the years. I mean I've lived here, it's got to be over a few years now, so yeah, it's been gone excuse the webbing. Didn't need to do that, but there we go. There we go. So yeah, it's all history, and now where we're walking up is where the Blue Smokehouse is, and down there used to be a row of restaurants. Used to be restaurants there, which is now a health centre. Yeah, health centre. And where them flats are, that used to be indoor market, which you can search on Pinterest anyway for that. And then they used to, then Blue Smokehouse used to be the Red Lion, which is now the Blue Smokehouse. So, but you can find photos of that anyway, and there's a group on Facebook called Bygone Bracknell as well, and you can find photos of it on there as well. So yeah, it's quite interesting. So yeah, so, and restaurants have now sort of moved in this side, because many moons ago buses used to be able to go right down there, right round to where the library is, but now it's all restaurants, shops, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's all changed so much. I mean used to be you can still walk down there and stuff, and now it's all primarily changed. It's all changed so much. So yeah, anyway, we'll catch you in the next bit very shortly. I'm gonna head off up to Mum's and then go to Tesco's for the missus, and then we'll cover other bits in the second half, so we'll see you soon. So where we're walking down now is the high street. But many moons ago, this used to be Bentall's, which is here. This used to be Bentall's, but I think the last I heard, they're going to make it into some sort of big indoor market, but you know, that's no idea what there. And then just over there's the ball, and then down there is like restaurants and steam train coming up. So yeah, it's all changed over the years. It's primarily what it is, really local history. Well, this would be youngsters' history now, not history that I per se will remember. So there we go. And yeah, so I'm gonna walk up to the bus station this way, because I was gonna walk the other way, but I wanted to cover some history down this way. And yeah, so that used to be a block of offices. I think it still is a block of offices called the Ringside. This used to be, or what was known as, the High Street car park, but they closed this down due to damage of infrastructure. But yeah, and then that tunnel there used to be able to walk over, because it used to be attached there to go over to there. No, not over to there. Yeah, there used to be a path where you could walk over to there, and then at the other end there used to be a job centre. So, but now you can't, because this used to be this tunnel here used to be able to go from that side over to the High Street car park, which you can't do anymore. There is actually two tunnels where you can do that, which I'll show you. But yeah, this used to be where you could walk over, and used to be able to walk that way, and then you used to be able to walk this way to go into what's now called the Lexicon, but now in my years it was called Princess Square. So yeah, and then walking over there you could go into the High Street car park. And when they demolished the bus station, which per se they shouldn't really do, they're gonna put bus stops along here, which I don't think is a good idea, but there we go. And that used to be a gym, that used to be an Indian restaurant many years ago, many moons ago, but now sadly they've all closed down. So yeah, and this is like the service yard for what was called the Bentall's and Lexicon / Princess Square, but now is no more. So yeah, that's the High Street car park, which used to be, which is no more. But yeah, it's all down and gone. It's all gone. So yeah, the High Street car park used to be 8 levels. I'm gonna be cheeky though, it was a good place to be naughty in, but I'm not gonna say too much on that detail. But due to infrastructure damage, they decided to close it. So yeah, It's sad, but it's true. So there we go. And then this bit here is all the Lexicon / Princess Square car park, which I think again is 8 levels, maybe 7, don't know. But yeah, that's that. So yeah. So yeah, it's all history that you know about. So I would say that was a good place to be naughty in. That's just me being me, putting a bit of humour into things. But yeah, they're all. So yeah, this would, and this is the other tunnel, and then this is right. So down there, so there is like the tunnel where you used to go to the High Street car park, which I covered the other one, I should have. And this is like the Princess Square car park, so yeah, it's really good, you know, all this history which I'm covering. So yeah, this is like the entrance there, that's the entrance and exit there. The bottom one underneath is the exit one, and the higher one is like the semi-entrance. Yeah, semi-entrance. So yeah, it's yeah, so that's all history. And then you got steps there for entering stuff, but you can also go into the Lexicon or straight Princess Square itself. So yeah, we're back to where we started pretty much. So yeah, it's history. This is the bits I've covered today, so this is what I'm covering for today, hopefully. But yeah, it's a sad sight, to be quite honest, to think that many moons ago that there was what you would call shops along this bit, and now there isn't. But yeah, it's really good. It's good. It's good to have a park to sit in, so you can go and get a drink, and they still have the local pub that's been there for years. So yeah, it's all good, and it's nice. But it's nice to see improvements being made sometimes, even though change isn't always that good. But yeah, that's a bit of my local history that I've covered and that I have seen throughout the years. But now you'll see that there's buses at Downmill Road instead of in Market Street, and you'll see that there's plenty to be seen around here anyway, especially in the way of form of buses, and I think you still get the occasional tourist coach, but you don't really get tourist coaches here.
Excuse me, are you an influencer?
Yeah, so that's what we do, that's what it does, and that's what it is. That's our local history. So there we go. If you liked what you saw, or what you've seen today, should I say, as my friend Dean said, then please hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and thanks for watching. And yeah, press on the subscribe and pin the notification bell on for future uploads, and we'll catch you on the next one very soon. If you also like what you saw, please share, and press on the thumbs up for liking what you saw, and we'll catch you in the next one very soon. Yeah, so bringing you along today has been my primarily option, but like I say, that used to be bus station cafe. It's now owned by someone that owns one in Camberley, but at least he gives bus drivers discount on coffee. He says he does the same in Camberley, so that's good. So yeah, we'll give you, please remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on, and please share the video if you like what you saw. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one very soon, and have a good day. See you soon.